Around Kansas, brought to you by
Tarwater Farm and Home. Come on by, we'll treat you like family.
Welcome back to Around Kansas. I'm Deb Beisel. Few names loom larger in the Wild West than Wyatt Earp, and even young kids hopefully are familiar with the story of Tombstone and the shootout at the OK Corral in 1881. There have been few scenes in American history that have been more written about, more talked about, more interpreted in books and movies. You know, before Wyatt Earp went to Tombstone, he spent a lot of time, a decade nearly, in Kansas. The 1870s, the Earps were all over the place. Now, the Earp family had moved to Lamar, Missouri. This was, you know, back in the day when everybody was headed west, and Nicholas Earp, Wyatt's dad, is actually, his roots are in the mountains of North Carolina. But the family had moved from Iowa down to Lamar, Missouri, and then the cattle towns were booming in Kansas. So all these young men, the Earp brothers, all 6 of them, saw opportunity in Kansas. Now, Wyatt's older brothers, Virgil, James, and Newton, had served in the Union Army during the Civil War. Wyatt was too young, and he kept running away and trying to join, and every time he'd run away, his dad would have to go after him and bring him back. So that kid was spoiling for a fight or some action, and he would soon find that in Kansas. The brothers settled for a while in Wichita. They were in Newton for a while. Wyatt worked a variety of things. Might have hunted buffalo for a while. He may have worked as a bouncer for his brother, who had a saloon and brothel. But eventually he winds up in Dodge City. And in Dodge City, he has a couple of stints as a lawman there. And Dodge City in the 1870s, everybody's there. Bat Masterson, Luke Short, Dog Kelly is the mayor. And there's some of us of a certain age who actually grew up with the TV series that had Dog Kelly and the Bat Masterson and all those characters portrayed in the TV series. While Wyatt, of course, is known for that famous shootout, one of the reasons that he was effective as a lawman and one of the reasons that they wanted to hire him is because he could settle disputes without a gun. He was actually a pretty good boxer. And so there were a lot of times that he could defend himself without resorting to drawing a gun. And Wyatt just had a set of eyes. He could look at people, and he had a commanding presence. So he could put people in their place or calm a situation without resorting to the use of the gun. So ironically, that's what made him effective and desirable as a lawman. When you go to Dodge City, of course, Wyatt Earp Boulevard is the main drag, and you've got that wonderful statue of Wyatt there. But remember, it wasn't just in Dodge City that he made his claim to fame. He's all over the place in Kansas, and lots more to be written and discovered on the legend of Wyatt Earp. We'll be right back.
This hog is head over hoof for meal made from U.S. soybeans. Now, one hog isn't that impressive, but suppose we add another, and another, and another. Before long, you've got billions of hungry customers around the world all clamoring for the same thing. Our soybeans. Learn more about the billion-dollar appetite of animal agriculture at BeyondTheElevator.com. Brought to you by America's soybean farmers and their checkoff.